Hallihallo Leute und willkommen zurück in einer weiteren Folge Genshin Impact. Wir hatten hier aufgehört, wo Marshall und Paimon zu sehen ist. Ja, und jetzt machen wir auch weiter. Let's go!
I realized that attending a fair and running a fair are two completely different things. The main reason my childhood was so fun and carefree is because my family worked hard. But my father knew how difficult and tiring running a fair could be, so he wanted to push me towards academics. But in the end, I didn't do well in either. I gave up on myself and resorted to investigating ley lines in the desert. Some things happened, and then I accidentally ended up here. I finally had a chance to make my wish of running a fair come true. But after seeing everything come crashing down, I feel like I've lost the strength to go on.
It's not as bad as you make it out to be, Maimuna. No need to feel so down. You have the courage to change, and you've been actively guiding us on this journey. Someone who's given up on themselves could never do these things. Oh, Kale.
I understand my situation better than anyone. You don't need to try to comfort me.
It's not that I'm trying to comfort you. It's just that people sometimes don't realize that their actions speak louder than words. Believe me, this is something that I learned from my time together with Eula.
Oh, what are you trying to say?
Oh, nothing. Now, let's get that crystal light fixed.
All right.
Okay. Dann wollen wir mal, Leute. Oh. Ist jetzt die Frage, wie kommen wir da ran?
More speed.
Kommen wir nur so ran, Leute. Und drehen. Und zack. Wunderbar. Und let's go. Euler. Jula meine ich. Autsch. Ah, okay, ich verliere Leben sogar. Krass. Aber das heißt ein kleines... Oh mein Gott. Okay, wir sind durch.
If we're going to
So.
raise the crystal light, then we need to open the top of the tent.
Alles klar. Ich sage immer Euler, Leute. Das heißt, also so gesehen heißt es ja Jula und nicht Euler. Vielleicht ist Euler so mehr Deutsch. Deshalb habe ich immer Euler gesagt, statt immer Jula. Upsala. Jula. Ist ja eigentlich so gesehen auf Englisch, so gesehen ihr Name auf Englisch. Ich würde auf dem Deutsch sagt man bestimmt vielleicht Euler wahrscheinlich eventuell. Bin ich auch ein bisschen unsicher. Aber wir versuchen sie mal Jula anzusprechen. So. Besonderes Versteckspiel.
Hey, Idea! We're back!
Oh, I was starting to wonder what was taking you so long. But don't worry, Lessig is recovering well. I'm pretty good at taking care of people. Seems I've found another good thing about myself.
I don't know if I should be worried for him or happy for her.
The shadow. It's massive. Wait. The shadow just now. It's...
Seems he still might need a little more time to recover. Tell me, did everything go well for you all?
Of course. With a team like the Traveler, Paimon, Kale, and Eula, they're at least 40 times more reliable than you ever were.
Only 40 times more reliable? That means I'm still pretty good then.
I guess it's impossible to feel like you've lost once you've already given up. I'm a little concerned about how comfortable you are with that.
Huh? What has happened? How did I get outside of the tent? Ah, that's right. I remember meeting Eula, and then... my head.
Oh, you're awake now. Don't worry. That's just a side effect of your treatment, Lessig.
I'm afraid I still feel a little disoriented.
Lessig Lawrence.
Oh, it's you, Eula. All right, I'll do it. I'll come back to Mondstadt with you and abandon my wild efforts to restore the Lawrence clan.
Interesting. Now you want to talk. Seems like you've had a change of heart. In that case, maybe you'll be able to explain everything in detail for us now.
I admit it, yes. I came here in hopes of finding a way to restore the Lawrence clan to its former glory. But it was a long journey, and I didn't always know the way. I passed through Liyue and Sumeru. There was even a time when I lost my wallet and had to live in the wild. But the peculiar thing is, I realized that nobody knew me out there. And not a single person even cared about the Lawrence clan. You and I are like glass pawns that were raised in shackles. We were taught to act like nobles, but outside the walls of our home, the people of Mondstadt despised us. Such pompous, hateful, and stubborn teaching. It all culminated to making us cling to the old aristocratic dogma in an attempt to maintain our pride. It's like a never-ending game of tug-of-war, but it is meaningless. You understand. Or I should say, you have already long understood. But I'm afraid that I have only just realized this.
Paimon sorta understands what Lessig is saying.
Everything he said is true. Your family is probably unaware that you've already changed how you see things.
Yes, this has all happened recently. After coming to this domain, I realized the Mondstadt that I want is one where not everyone fears me. All that I and many other members of the Lawrence clan long for is a place where we can live peacefully with others.
Lessig, both you and I never had anything to do with the glory of the Lawrence clan. That is all in the past. We are just ordinary people.
I originally planned on returning to Mondstadt after taking care of things here. I never thought you would come here. I was completely shocked, which is why I reacted like I did. I'm sorry.
See, people can always make different choices, and it seems that Lessig has also chosen to become someone he truly wants to be.
Yes, about that. I'm afraid I haven't quite found my own purpose in life yet.
That's all right. Being able to clearly choose between becoming who you want to be and who your parents wanted you to be is already a step in the right direction. How to find true happiness is probably one of the most difficult research topics of all.
I have a suggestion for you, Lessig. Why don't you return to Mondstadt and tell your parents what you just told us?
They'll probably try to tear me limb from limb. But what about you? Did you ever tell your family about what you think?
This is something that I've been thinking about, too. Perhaps the two of us can sit down with the rest of the clan and discuss it with them. The Lawrence clan is just like this stage. It was once home to glorious performances, but those days are now long gone. And it is time for the stage to be updated.
She's so solid and tough, but also clear and open, like an ice cube. Is that why she's able to dance anytime and anywhere she wishes?
Are you all done talking now?
Yes, I think so. By the way, that is for you. Please take it. I found it on Lessig earlier.
Oh, it's one of the missing components! Wait, so you had it all this time? Why didn't you give it to me earlier?
Well, you didn't ask. All right, I admit it. I forgot about it.
Okay, we'll let the Traveler hold on to it for now.
Wait, this looks like... It looks pretty familiar. Have we seen one of these before? Shh! Now's not the time to brag about being a hero! Ah, right! I also bought a similar box at the last festival.
Yes, people often use this kind of box for candy at festivals. This was one of the materials originally used to create the tent. But now that the tent has been repaired, we no longer need it. Eating the candy from the box as an adult will never be as delicious as it was when you were a kid. But if you really think about it, there are way more things you can eat as an adult.
Ah, so when it comes down to it, eating candy is sort of like life. It's just another choice.
So, as of now, we've already collected 3 of the missing components. Only one more to go. I'm sorry that repairing the tent took so much of everyone's time. You should all head back and have a rest. I'll lead the way.
Alles klar. What? Leute, die luxuriöse Truhe würde ich schon gerne mitnehmen, ne? Müssen wir mal gucken, was müssen wir genau jetzt machen hier? Hm. Ich bin gerade am gucken, Leute, wie wir gerade diese luxuriöse Tour kriegen. Oh. Ich bin gerade echt fest, richtig krass am Überlegen, wie wir das hinkriegen, Leute. Na gut, ich glaube, das kriege ich jetzt gerade nicht so hin. Deswegen würde ich sagen, Leute, machen wir einfach jetzt erstmal mit der Story weiter. Und gucken mal, was uns da alles so erwartet. Wir wissen auf jeden Fall, wo die luxuriöse Truhe ist. Das machen wir auf jeden Fall, wenn wir die Erkundung starten. Dann werden wir mal gucken, wie wir das am besten hinkriegen. Aber es müsste eigentlich gut funktionieren. Wir haben ja Zeit. Die luxuriöse Truhe rennt ja nicht weg. Wir haben ja mega viel Zeit. Über einen Monat haben wir Zeit. Kokumi!
Hey, Kokomi! You're already here! Oh, you're back. I trust your adventures to the forest went smoothly? Yep, you could say that. How about you? Up to anything today? Well, I suppose it's time I told you that as the divine priestess of Watatsumi Island, I shouldn't actually be here now. The truth is that a relic known as the Shinro Casket was lost from Watatsumi Island long ago. But recently, an orb matching the relic's description suddenly began emitting light, almost as if it was guiding people to it. This is what led me to find the relic's whereabouts. I wasn't lying when I said that.
Goro has often told me that sitting at home reading light novels is not the best of practices, and that I should try to get out more. As I made my way from Watatsumi Island to Sumeru, I enjoyed a variety of breathtaking sights. It really is a beautiful nation. I even stayed in the rainforest for several days. I was surprised to find that the relic had ended up in the desert. I knew it was somewhere here, but I still couldn't pinpoint the exact location. Though I feel that Itia was not intentionally trying to hide anything from us, this domain does have plenty of secrets. I'm sure you've sensed that too.
Now that you mention it, a lot did happen today.
I see. When you found Lessig, did you also happen to find any clues related to this domain? I'm afraid that he was caught up in his thoughts and didn't pay attention to his surroundings. Actually, before the world was flipped upside down, this domain didn't look anything like this.
Hey, everyone! Oh, I hope we're not interrupting your conversation.
It's alright. You two did a lot today. Care to join me for a cup of tea?
Sure! That would be perfect! Eula and I just made some snacks.
Turns out Idia has a cooking stove and oven. Seriously, why didn't she mention it earlier?
Oh, so did you make us some moon pies?
No, I made something called storm crust pie. You should try one, traveler.
And I made some pita pockets. You could try some, Kokomi. It should taste great with tea. Sorry, I should call you General.
Oh, I would be happy to try some.
By the way, Eula, how's your cousin doing now?
Oh, him. You would never guess, but he's busy over by the oven now.
Oh. Das war die zweite Quest, Leute. Okay, ist... LOL. Klee? Überall Klee? Wir können sogar die nächste Quest machen. LOL. Das überrascht mich jetzt. Ach so, Leute. Die Minispiele. Aha. Wir können jetzt schon sogar jetzt die Minispiele spielen. Aber natürlich, wie ihr mich kennt, Leute. Aber wir haben erstmal zwei neue Sachen freigeschaltet. Zum nächsten Auftrag. Let's go. Oh nee. Warte mal. Das wollen wir. Warte bis morgen. Okay, alles klar. Dann machen wir das mal. Hoppala. Also gerade das Spiel verlassen. Dann starten wir mal, Leute. So, let's go. Hätte ich nicht erwartet. Ich habe gedacht, wir müssen jetzt ein bisschen warten. Aber scheinbar können wir die Story direkt weiterspielen. Ist doch schön zu sehen. Ich bin mal sowieso gespannt, Leute, was 3. alles noch für Überraschung für uns auf Lager hat. Da bin ich ja auch mega gespannt. Vor allem interessiert mich gerade am meisten... Na, hallo? Das ist eine Dame. Wir müssen auf jeden Fall zur Quest. Das mit der Dame auf dem Boden machen wir später. Genau, Leute, was ich jetzt sagen wollte, ist, ich bin mal sowieso jetzt gespannt, ob im nächsten Patch Akt 4 kommt. Das interessiert mich am meisten. Kommt im nächsten Patch Akt 4. Hm? Ach, ist sie oben oder was? Hä? Ah nein, sie ist da unten. Das interessiert mich echt am meisten, Leute. Ob Akt 4 wirklich im nächsten Patch kommt. Das wird interessant. Das wird mega interessant, Leute. Der Akt, auf den wir am meisten warten. Er ist echt nicht mehr weit. Wenn er wirklich im nächsten Patch kommt, Leute. Das wird so geil. Das wird so richtig geil.
Really? You do that? Oh, but that's too much. I can't.
No, really, it's alright. We want to do everything we can for the domain.
Yes, and to be completely fair, I'm the one who caused this terrible mess in the first place.
Oh? What happened? Did Paimon miss something?
Hello, you two. Lessig was just telling us what happened.
Perhaps you should allow me to explain. I'm afraid it was I who caused all this trouble in the domain.
Yes, it was Lessig.
To be precise, I saw a most exquisite water orb at the entrance of the domain. It reminded me of an astrolabe my grandfather gave me when I was 7 years old. I was curious if it could rotate, so I reached out and touched it. Little did I know that it was the core of this entire domain. What I mean to say is, I knew something was wrong as soon as the whole place started flipping.
It's not just your fault. I failed in my responsibilities as the caretaker here. Oh, I knew I should have put the core somewhere more secure.
Oh, you mean the big ball of water at the entrance?
Yes, that's the one. Anyway, after giving it some thought, Lessig has offered to perform some more repairs and maintenance to help support the domain. But we were concerned he wouldn't be able to handle it all alone, so Eula and I will also stay here to lend him a hand.
But don't be mistaken. I'm not doing this out of the kindness of my heart like Kale. My job is purely to monitor and ensure that Lessig doesn't cause any more trouble here.
Oh, sure.
I don't think anyone's buying that anymore, Eula. Though I do remember that Amber mentioned we should just nod and agree when you act like this. Right. You better not slack off today, Lessig.
No, I'll get right to work.
Either way, Lessig is going to be in charge of making lunch for everyone today.
Yes, I'll try, but I'm not sure if my skills will prove satisfactory.
What was that?
No, I mean, thanks everyone for giving me a chance to redeem myself. I can already feel new strength kindled inside me. Ha ha ha. No, maybe that's just the heat of the oven.
Very good. But you should conserve your strength. Many parts of the domain are still in disrepair, so we have a lot to investigate.
Seems Adia has a little more pep in her step after finding others to help do the work.
Now that you three are situated, we can focus on what the rest of us will be doing today. I'll go gather the others. We should get ready to leave as soon as possible.
And there she goes. At least she seems to be happy.
Maybe this is how it feels to be in charge.
Alles klar. Das letzte Gebiet, Leute. Halleluja. Ich würde sagen, wir gehen zu diesem Teleporter. Und dann, würde ich sagen, ist die Aufnahme damit langsam am Ende. Ja, nicht übel. Nicht übel. Damit haben wir alles freigeschaltet. Ich bin mal sowieso gespannt, Leute, was wir alles hier in der Erkundung gleich alles finden werden. Das wird auf jeden Fall interessant. Holla. Da ist der Zug. Ich glaube, das erspart uns jetzt ein bisschen Weg. Kann das sein? Aber wir können den Zug, glaube ich, nicht freischalten, oder? Was ist jetzt los? Der Zug wird nicht freigeschaltet. Schade. Ah, der Zug fährt aber auch, wie ich gerade richtig sehe, ganz woanders hin. Oh. Oh. Okay, Leute. Da müssen wir ein bisschen anders. So. Mekokumi ist natürlich um einiges leichter. Oder? Mekokumi ist es um einiges leichter, Leute, übers Wasser zu laufen. Sehr beeindruckend auf jeden Fall. Hm? Oh. Wieder eine Truhe im Weg. Auf dem Weg so gesehen. Weil ich denke mal, ja, der wird das freischalten. Zack. Und das nächste. Zack. Zack. Und Truhe.
There's nothing wrong with reaping a reward every now and then. We're way behind.
Where are we going now?
We're going to retrieve the last missing component. My working theory is that the director listed on the sign has it.
Ah, no details slips by our general.
What's a director?
A director is a kind of job. The one we're looking for is named Zosimos. Zosimos is responsible for managing everything that happens on the stage, similar to how Idea is responsible for managing the whole realm.
Wow! Sounds like Miss Idea must be way busier.
You'd think so, wouldn't you? Care to comment on that at all, Idea?
Maybe someone else can explain. I'm just enjoying taking it easy, as usual.
Okay, Leute. Dann würde ich sagen, das war's mit der Folge und wir sehen uns in der nächsten Folge wieder. Euer Marshu. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Tschaußen.